sports to real life situations. You know, man, we go into war. Skip, you know, just say, my life flashed before my eyes. You're in a sporting event. No, it didn't. People don't like life or death. They don't like actual situations when you equate it to sports. Skip, but I get what he was saying. He's saying, I'm leaving my family. Skip, I don't know if you have anybody that's ever done any time, but I have homeboys. They tell me, oh, sometimes they'll allow them to get their affairs in order because you're going away. Well, LeBron's like, I got to get my affairs in order. I'm leaving my family 2-3 months, hopefully. Dame Lillard said the same thing. I'm kissing my family goodbye. The likelihood they're probably not going to, you know, I think he has a young son, and they're probably not going to be able, his mom and his family not going to be able to get down into the bubble. So I understand the correlation. Skip, and another thing, people get like, man, I would love, but you can't. The hardest thing for a person that works a 9 to 5 is to understand on a nightly basis, these guys stay in 4- and 5-star hotels. When they pay for their own, when they go on their own, Skip, they're staying in $5,000-$10,000 a night rooms. They go stay here. Yeah, that's down for them. For the common folk, I would love that. But it would be the equivalent. You go to Disney. Disney, you know, obviously it has to be family friendly, Skip. There's not going to be a whole lot of Ritz-Carlton in 4 Seasons when you got a family of 4 trying to pay $500-$600 a night for a room. True. So you have to take that into account. But if it's a person, you go stay, normally you stay at $119 or $199 room, and all of a sudden you go and they leave the lights on for you, and you bring your own sheets and towels. That's a whole different ball game. So you have to understand. But if people don't have, they can't contextualize that. Because they're used to staying where they stay, and then all of a sudden these athletes like, ain't no way I would ever stay. LeBron James would never stay there. If he was going to take his kids to Disney, Skip, he's going to rent a house for probably about $20,000 a month, and he's going to stay there for a couple of days, and he's going to dip. So the accommodation for these guys is so out of the ordinary, like, we got to stay here. But I saw the room service menu in the restaurants that they're going to be able to get delivery from, they're going to be straight. They got Del Frisco's, they got Moore's, they got the Palms, they got Joe's Crab Shack.
I got it.
Yeah, so they're going to be all right, Skip. And if, you know, Del Frisco's, Skip, get that Dale salad with that bacon and that avocado dressing, swinging.
They got one not too far from you.
They do. They know, Shay. When Shay come to town, they let Mr. Sharp, we do have that Wagyu for you. We have it 8, 10, 12 ounces. Yeah, so they know me, Skip. Going up there, you and Ernestine going up there. Tell them Shay.
Somebody gave us a gift certificate for Christmas to go there. Somebody near me right now.
You used it already?
Yeah, absolutely we used it.
So, Skip, look.
It's a great place.
It is. Skip, I just think the thing is that this is different for these guys. I mean, they used to go in somewhere, Skip, you're in there for the night, boom, you flying to the next city or you flying back home the next day. But all of a sudden now, ain't no more flying, ain't no more, you know, none of this right there, and you're in the same room. Look, man, LeBron used to get the penthouse, the presidential suite, and now he's like he in college. he probably got a roommate and everything. So Skip,
I don't think he has a roommate.
He got a roommate. So, but I just think the thing is, Skip, is that the general public don't want to hear when you equate sporting events to life or death situations, to actual going to war, doing prison bids and things like that. But I understand the correlation. I'm leaving my family, and this is something that's unknown because normally they leave their family and they come back in a day or two.
Okay, I will give you that much. But in the big picture, this just rubs me the wrong way. I have so much respect for that man as the leader of this league. He's the face of the NBA. He's obviously the most popular and most influential figure in the entire, well not just in the NBA, in sports. Am I missing him? No, in sports, he is. You're better than that. We don't need a prison or jail analogy, because you're not going to prison. You've never been to prison. So as much as you've heard and read about what it's like.
It's worse.
It's worse.
It is.
So now in this same week, we had LeBron post, war ready. Don't go there. You're better than that because you haven't been to war. And a lot of people have who are going to read this. And they're just going to shake their head and say, you have no idea.
Right.
And a lot of people who have been to prison or in prison are going to read this and say, what are you doing? Okay, you're going to be away from your family and your loved ones for an extended period, the longest period of your life by far.
Right.
But obviously, I'm going to go to the nth degree here. I'm going to exaggerate this. Obviously, LeBron doesn't have to worry about getting violated in the shower in the bubble, right?
No.
He doesn't have to worry about an opponent carrying a shiv in his shorts, right? No, he does not have to worry about that.
Right.
And on the flip side of that, he is going to get treated like a king by a Disney staff. They're maybe the best in the world at creature comforts, at making you happy in a very happy place. Happiest place on earth, as they want to call it. And this is 24-hour waiting on the NBA players hand and foot, whatever you need, whatever you want. You are confined to the bubble, but inside the bubble, you got fishing ponds. You can play golf. LeBron's not a golfer, but if you do play golf, you can play. You got every video game known to man to play.
And some that's not even known to man.
So, not even on. You got all kinds of five-star restaurants.
Yeah,
you're in a brand new hotel, and I'm not going to call it five-star, but it's very good. It's a star. It's a Grand Destino Tower. It's the tower within the Coronado part of the resort. But he'll get the penthouse.
He should.
Well, we should. You're right. And the view will be pretty spectacular because you can see all of Epcot, and then that tower is surrounded by, they're obviously man-made lakes, but they're beautiful lakes. And you have a beautiful view of all the water around your tower. It's not all bad. And now you get to go back to your AAU days when you got to go just play basketball. It's the game you love. It's your whole life. It's what you eat, sleep, and breathe for is basketball. And so you're going to get to obsess with basketball for the next, 3-odd months. If you go all the way to the finish, which they have a
Game 7 will be October 12th, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. And you can play basketball almost, you're going to have a game pretty close to almost every day, it's going to feel like AAU days. And you can hang with the fellas. That's going to be your life. It's not the worst life. It's not your life that you got used to, that you got spoiled by. But come on, LeBron, you got to grow up a little bit and say, as the leader of this league, you got to say, this isn't all bad.
What are athletes? Most of the athletes that you've ever been around, what do they preach? Routine, routine, routine. Now this man, the routine that he's developed over 17 years, all of a sudden, I mean, think about it. You do something one way for 17 years. Now all of a sudden they said, nah, we're going to do it this way for the next 3 months.
Okay, but what if I take away all your air travel that you're probably starting to despise in year 17?
I think the thing is, Skip, for me, LeBron James and guys that have significant others and wives, they got those people for a reason in their lives. They like coming home, having a family. He liked coming home and reason to serve. Zuri. He likes coming home and asking Bronny and Bryce, how was your day? Now there's none of that. Dame literally got a small child, so he wants to be around that.
But you can FaceTime. You can.
But that ain't the same thing.
But you're going to have to make do with that. I got your routine, but your routine can be greater than ever because you can go all basketball with no distractions. There's a downside to that, and you know and I know there is when you come home in Savannah saying, oh, the refrigerator broke or whatever, and after a while you say, just leave me alone with that. No. You take care of that.
Well, you got that kind of bread, Savannah don't even run up by no refrigerator. He just come home like, damn, that's a new fridge? Like, yeah, baby. And the other one went out, so we got a new one. That's how that worked. The air conditioning go out, go get a new HVAC.
Bronny made a D in history. I don't know. Come on.
Boy, I'm coming home.
Okay.
I'm going to have a deal with you. Right. Bring a D. You know we don't bring number A's home.
Okay. All right. But it's distractions, family distractions. Well, it is. This can be like basketball heaven. I sure wish that somebody would interrupt Tom Brady's routine, the one that he's enjoyed over the last 20 years, and I would see if you'll be so applicable. All right. We'll talk about that in a few minutes here on this show. But Rondo even posted today a video, I think it was just a still shot of his room, and called it a Motel 6 room. I don't know. It doesn't look like Motel 6 to me, and I stayed in a whole lot of Motel 6s when I was growing up. I know what they are. Yeah. And I frankly thought they were not bad.
When we ran track, we stayed like days in with our,
days in.
La Quinta.
Not bad. Not bad.
La Quinta senior boys are passing.
Not all bad.
Nah.
Okay, and then I got to get this out of my system, off my chest. I still can't get it. Why LeBron James, the best role model in all of sports, he just will not back off. He has to curse publicly.
What'd he say?
I get it. Well, he used the SH word right in the middle of this tweet. You know, SH felt like I'm headed to do a bid, man, for real.
Is it this shucks?
Okay, so he's trying to speak on Twitter the way he would speak off Twitter, right? Okay, and that's fine, but you're that guy. You got, I Promise in Akron. You got all those kids looking up to you. You got 3 kids at home looking up to you, and if Daddy's going to just curse openly on Twitter,
yeah, people do that.
well, then Bronny's going to say, well,
Did your father curse?
did he curse? I don't know. I didn't know him that well.
Did your mom?
No, never.
Well, my grandfather cursed. My
They
mom
didn't at
cursed.
home, but see, I don't know what they did away. Maybe they did away from me. I never heard them curse.
I don't know how they do it, but I'm just saying in my household, what my grandmother or my grandfather said.
Yeah.
The thing, repeat what you heard? What?
Well, you wouldn't get away with
No,
it.
what? It didn't even cross my mind that I could say what I heard, how they talk. So, Skip, look, LeBron is human. That's what, and I think that's the biggest mistake that people make, is that when you look at an athlete, you forget he's human, just like me. He probably cursed. He probably drank. You see, these athletes, well, he shouldn't drink, he shouldn't smoke, he shouldn't do this, he shouldn't drive, he shouldn't do that. They're human. They're going to make mistakes. They're fat. They have flaws. It's okay, Skip. I mean, he said, hey, they wasn't the end of the world.
Okay, but when you post on social, you have time to think it through. It's not going to just spill out of your mouth, right?
Yeah, he's like, this mofo, like I'm going to do it. He got that watch on, that's my watch right there. I think he broke in my house and got it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He wishes he had your money.
No, man, LeBron woke up. If LeBron woke up in my shoes, he's like, Savannah, I can't